This is like my song, I'm not gonna lie. How are you feeling, Black women? I feel like hearing my resume out loud is kind of insane. I know everyone's like, oh wow, she's done a lot of things, but like hearing it back is just like, damn, I've done a lot of things. A girl is tired, but welcome, Black women, Black ladies. I'm really excited to be here and just share a little bit about networking. I feel like everyone's heard the word, it's a buzzword, we're always networking, but I don't know if we're networking effectively. So let's talk about the networking to friendship pipeline. As a show of hands, how many people in here have networked with someone that actually became a friend? Okay, almost everyone. Has anyone have had a coworker that you no longer work with this person anymore, but now you guys are like just real cool? Perfect. So it works, clearly. You don't have to maintain professional relationships and make it just as such as that. These people can be your friends, these people can be your homies, these people are in your house now at this point, they got their shoes off. So let's get into networking to the friendship pipeline. I feel like at this point, again with a resume, every job that I've had has come from a connection and not an application. I'm gonna say it one more time. Almost every job that I've had has come from a connection and not an application. I know that the job market is quite hard these days, and I feel like the first thing you do on LinkedIn, you get on there and you're like, a job that meets my standard and type of budget that I wanna make. It's remote, because we all want remote work these days. The coworkers, they look cool, I checked everyone out, and I'm gonna apply for it. But quite honestly, all of these jobs that you see, radio, Issa Rae's, Lobos, which is LeBron James, The Do, Topicals, Keep Cool, Live Nation, all of these jobs I've had, you know, from people reaching out and saying, hey, I really liked working with you, I really enjoyed your relationship, let's be friends. All of them except these few. Ooh. Adidas and Westbrook are the only jobs that I actually applied for. So, by a show of hands, have you applied to every job that you got and it worked out for you, or did anybody get a job through a connection? Not too many. All right, so that's why we're here at this presentation. I think the future of cross-industry networking is a thing that we really need to consider. A lot of us probably have friends that work in marketing, if you work in marketing, nonprofits, if you do such as well, the fashion industry, the music industry, but I think the real benefit is working with people cross-functionally. As you can see by all the logos that were on the screen, all of them are different industries. I've worked in hair, I've worked in fashion, I've worked in music. I've had a great time, but this all came from cross-function in my strategy and networking. So trade marketers, influencer marketers, CCOs, creative directors, I know them all, and I think that's extremely important to really gathering what well-rounded networking looks like. And this is what brands are doing these days. I don't know if you guys have been noticing, but brands are honestly choosing authenticity over opportunities. They're no longer going over the trending influencer, the creator, the artist. Like, they're looking for people that they can actually grow with. So I have a few examples. We all know Jordan Childs, yes. Nike baddie. This is someone that kind of took a public fumble, perceived fumble, if you will, and they stuck with her. There wasn't someone that were like, oh, we're gonna drop her, she doesn't look good anymore. This is someone that can build a long-lasting partnership with. My good friends, Skylar and her husband, Temi, these are people that have been using Topicals brand since they started. They use it in their everyday. It's no longer an ad. It's no longer an opportunity for them to show out. They use these eye masks every day. And then our good sis, Justine, who spends a lot of time educating us on how to be an influencer. These are brands that she's working with her on a regular basis. So it's just like, instead of picking who's hot and who's popular, they're working with people that make sense. So this is something that you need to do as well when you're networking. For me, like, this is how I think the best way to really build relationships that are beneficial, lucrative, friendships rather than transactional connections. So a give first mindset. I think that a lot of us have done things for free in the past. I have. I remember my first time interning. I interned for a place for 6 months. I was broke, y'all. I was broke as hell. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to give what I can to this place, and maybe they'll hire me. They did. But giving first to me means showing out and showing love to people that deserve it. So think about your favorite creator, the people that you want to know, people that you maybe follow on LinkedIn. Tag them in something. Maybe they're working on a nonprofit like myself. I have my nonprofit. Tag me in a grant if you want to get to know me. Invite me to a coffee. A girl loves coffee because it ain't cheap. I want to use your money, not mine. So give first. Being consistent. I think right now clout is also a buzzword. Everyone loves, like doing it for the clout, doing it for the plot, but nurture your connections just well beyond your work needs, all right? Like, keeping it real, clout doesn't pay the bills. Your clout queen may be actually broke. You never know. You never know what you're seeing outside on the internet. So being consistent and actually standing for like what you want around you, these are people that have your same interests. So people that like to go on nature walks, people that like to hike, people that like to surf. These are all things that you can do. Nurture these relationships beyond work. Invite that person out to hike. Invite that person to the new restaurant they've been thinking about instead of inviting them to a co-working session. Nobody wants to go to a co-working session. And then supporting their wins without anything in return. I think that that's one thing that we're all good at as Black women. We're good for rooting for everyone Black. Continue to do it. Root for people that's not really directly into your success. So the girl that got, the Black Marketers Keynote opportunity, root for her. Even though if you wanted it, that's an opportunity for you next year. If you couldn't make it to, the next CultureCon situation, you've been applying, you couldn't get on it, root for the girl that did. That's an opportunity for you guys to actually connect. And last thing, I feel like being your full self. I was just talking to a few ladies outside the panel about this, about just being yourself and not your work title. I think we're quick to just introduce ourselves and say, hi, I'm Cristina and I work in marketing. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Connect with people and not your resumes. Share common interests. Like for myself, I love a good latte. I do hike. I'm in a solid core. It's not easy. It's not cheap, but I'm a solid core baddie. I do like restaurants. These are all things that general people like, right? Yes, yes. So let's connect with people outside of that instead of just their work title. So what does this mean for you and the future of marketing? Because brands are kind of copying what we're doing. We're trying to get noticed by brands. How does this work for us in the future of marketing? It's community, y'all. It's really community. This picture actually was taken from our community marketing managers at Topicals, where we hosted a hike of just people that wanted to hike. Yeah, they're wearing the eye mask. We gave out free product, but all of these people, including me down on the bottom, we're all still friends. We're all still cool. This hike happened almost 3 years ago out in LA. So we're moving from like cross-industry partnerships that, don't really benefit us. It's just like, oh, I know this person that works at Nike. I know this person that works at Adidas. None of these girls work at anywhere lucrative. These are all just regular people and we're still friends. So like that's what the brands are taking from us, and that's something that we kind of need to tap into. So since brands are prioritizing relationship marketing, you guys should as well. I'm gonna leave you guys with something, a little call to action. So if you guys have your phones out, I see you guys with your phones, get them ready. I want you to actually take the time to genuine network today. I don't want you to grab anybody's LinkedIn. I want you to grab phone numbers. I want you to grab Instagrams. I want you to grab social media, places where you're actively on, TikTok, all the things. This is a great opportunity here, especially in this room of Black women, to just build your network genuinely, because it's not just done overnight. It's a great place to start. So here's the call to action. I want everyone here to make a connection beyond a business transaction. So instead of asking somebody what they do for work, ask them what they do when they're off work. What are their hobbies? Offer a compliment. Everyone here looks good. Like, clap for yourselves. Everyone here looks good. So offer a compliment, all right? Straight Instagrams, numbers, not LinkedIn's. So start with me. Reach out to me. Send a DM and tell me what your hobby is. I hope a lot of you guys are DMV-based. I'm new to the DMV. I've been here for 10 days, y'all. 10 days. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm new here, and I want to make more genuine friends outside of LinkedIn. So follow me, DM me, tell me what you like to do in the city. Send me restaurant recommendations so I can make my man pay. Thank you. Thank you. And then just don't be afraid to let your hair down. I feel like a lot of us are, again, we're new, we're young, we're afraid. Don't be afraid to let your hair down. So thank you. I appreciate all of you guys. I hope you guys have a great time. I hope you meet someone genuinely, and I look forward to chatting with you guys throughout the presentation. So thank you.